Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayana Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. We were looking at, first thing we have to do is see the Sandhi Vichara that we did. We started last week. We were at this page. This was the empty page that everybody has. This has a list of 3. So I don't know if I explained this fully actually. The blue are the sandhis in Prarambika Rachananuvada Kaumudi. The ones in green, so 18 in Prarambika that we saw. In green are in Rachananuvada Kaumudi, the extra ones. So there are 10 extra ones in Rachananuvada Kaumudi. And there are 14 that may count under sandhis. They are not traditionally, not all of them are traditionally completely sandhis, but they can count. So there are these 14 ones that are in neither book, in Prarambika or Rachananuvada Kaumudi, but they are in, they may be in Laghu or in Ashtadehi, of course, all of them are there. And they have some kind of sandhi formation, but we don't have to see them right now. They are not very difficult and some may not even be sandhis. So for example, Rashabhyam Nonaha Samanapade that we have right at the end. This basically says when ra or sha, this we know already, when ra or sha is in a word, that nakara becomes anakara. This is basically Rashabhyam no naha samanapade. That sutra 841. It may not be a sandhi sutra, but I have added it in just to be safe, and we can remove it, later when we are finalizing absolutely this document. So for now, what we have to focus on is blue and green, and brown we do later. In the same document, potentially, we can also add pratyaya later. We may be able to add pratyaya in the same or a similar document. So for example, when we finished Prarambika, we made this document. Nam, Sandhi Nama, Sandhi Sutra, Sandhi Number and Pratyaya based on each Abhyasa. So we may be able to do this once we finish Pratyaya. That is later. So the red color is kept for Pratyaya. Astu. So any ideas on what other shlokas may be for sandhis? I have a document. I have prepared a quick document based only on Srimad Bhagavad Gita shlokas, and we will have to find some other shlokas for these other sandhis, but based only on Gita. Anyone has any ideas before we go forward with this document?
I tried to look at the Gita shlokas,
Yes.
which you had sent across the Uttara. I've actually completed the table for myself about 70%.
Okay.
But there are some which I was not clear on.
Okay.
But I think this is fine. This will work this way.
Okay. So this document, basically I have just copy pasted from this document. There is nothing new apart from here. And where there are multiple, I have just used the first one for now. But when the pratyayas come, we may be able to update this document. Mohanuswara nanavaptam avaptavyam. That is Mohanuswara. So there is highlights for each. eco energy atmanyeva, and there will be multiple. So for example, this 6th chapter shloka, sarvabhuta sthitam yomam. So sarvabhuta sthitam yomam, already there are 4: atorora plutadupline hashicha etatadoho sulopo koranai samase hali and bhobago bhobago apurasa yoshi. But we can also have bhajati ekatva, this is eco energy. Ekatvam astitaha, this is mohanuswara. So there are others. There will be some of these shlokas where multiple, and the 7th chapter shloka also. Jnananteham savijnanam idam mohanuswara vakshyam yasheshataha eco energy. Yat jnatva neha is already given for adguna. Jnatavyam avashishyate mohanuswara again. So there will be multiple, and once pratyayas come, jnatva, yet jnatva is tva pratyaya, jnatavyam tavya pratyaya. There will be others also. So we will find others as well in these shlokas, but this is a good beginning at least. If anybody finds any mistake with this, we can correct it. Eco energy, atmanyeva atmana, atmani eva atmanyeva. Echoyavaiva dvau imau dvavimau. Because au will become av in echoyavaiva. There is a question, I got a question. If it were only O, what would it be? Au has, dvau has become dvava. So if it were dvo, then, or bho, bho ati.
Bhautiki, bhautaki.
Bhavati. Bhoati bhavati. जैसे द्वौ imau has become dvav imau. So bho, if there is only, so au has become ava, but if it is o, then it become ava. Bho has just become bhava in that. And another question: if it were I, what would it be? जैसे nai akaha.
I will become au.
So nai akaha will be
Naukara.
So what will now become? Now is become ava, right? Now becomes ava. जैसे
Now become ava.
so nai becomes,
Nai becomes ava.
but o becomes ava. जैसे bho plus ati is bhavati, right? O has become ava. O to ava, au to ava. So I will become
Aya.
aya.
And aya and aya and aya.
Aya a. So for example, nai akaha will be nayakaha. But if you want to say, for example, what was the example?
Is it not like ava and ava? It is aya and aya.
Correct. So aya and aya are from a cho ya va ya vaha. There are 4 actions, right, in this sutra. A will become aya. So you see this I, av, I, av. A cho ya va ya vaha. This I is one. It's better to underline, I think. So this I, av, av. I, av, I, av. There are 4 actions. A will become I will become I. O becomes ava. And au becomes ava. So for example, first example we had was dvau imau, this become dvav imau. Au to av. Bho ati bhavati. O to av.
Bhavati. Ava.
हाँ. Nai akaha nayakaha. So I has
Nayaka.
become I. And there is one more example for A. This book, there has been one example. One second. They have given hare plus a haraye. Ne plus anam, that is better. Ne plus anam will become nayanam, not nayanam. Nai plus akaha nayakaha, but ne plus anam nayanam. So a becomes I. I. O, ava. Au, ava. There are 4 actions in HYY. In that way. So HYY here is Dvavimau Purusha Loke Sharashchakshara Evacha. Sharashchakshara is also for Stohoshunashuhu, that we will come later. Adgunaha Jnananteham Savijnanam Idam Vakshami Shivata Yet Jnatva Neha. Neha is Na Iha Neha. Adgunaha. Vridhirechi Chaiva Cha Eva. So na, when there is na iha ikara, that has become ekara through adgunaha. But if there is aikara, ekara, cha eva, that will become chaiva, not cheva. Na iha neha, small. Cha eva chaiva, vriddhi. So guna and vriddhi are similar. There is one extra ekara.
See, for Adguna, I also looked at Dochyate.
Correct.
Tad Uchyate. So Tad plus Uchyate.
Here it will be tada. Right? Tada uchyate, tadochyate. In that way. Sita prajnis tad ochyate will just become tad uchyate will just become taduchyate. But it is
Tada Uchyate.
I also had that same question, how it became Tada Uchyate.
Because if it were tad plus uchyate, it would just be taduchyate. But it is not taduchyate, it is tadochyate. So there is tada. Akara has come there.
Tada.
So the a plus u has become o through adgunaha. Tadochyate.
कैसे बोलता है स्थित प्रज्ञ?
हाँ, tada uchyate. In that way. Exactly. So that is called sthita prajna. In that. Tada, that kind of person in that way is called sthita prajna. In that. Tada uchyate. Because here yada comes, right? Prajahati yada kaman. So tada is going to follow in that sense. Yat is not here. So tat only. And tadochyate anyway will have to be akara or akara has to come. Tada does not make any sense. So it is tada. Through elimination also we can Akha savarni dirgha nape parthasti. Partha asti parthasti. Enga padantayati teham te aham teham. Avagraha has come. Avagraha can we say bhuyonyat jnatavam avashishyate is also enga padantayati? Yes or no? It's no. Why no? No is correct, but why not? So here teham is enga padantayati. We have said teham. Can we also say bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate? This avagraha that is here, because avagraha has come, can we not also say it is enga padantayati only?
If it is not, swara is not followed.
यहाँ अन्यत स्वरा right अन्यत akara वो यहाँ अन्यत ज्ञातव्यम अवशिष्यते. Nothing else is to be known. Anyat. It is because there is visarga here.
Visarga.
Bhuyaha. Bhuyaha has become bhuyo. But here there is no visarga. It is not tehe. It is just te. To you. Bhagavan says, Jnanam teham. I give to you. So here, this Jnanam teham savijnanam, this avagraha is enga padantayati. The avagraha in the next line is not enga padantayati. It is only, here we have put in jalanjashtishi, but the same thing will come later also. For atoro raplata, raplate also you can have, because there is bhuyaha anyat. So in that sense, it will also be for atoro raplata, raplate. Bhuyaha will become bhuyo and avagraha will follow. Jalanjashtishi yad plus jnatva yajñatva or yajñatva. Yat. Takara has become Jakara. This is Jalam Jash Jashi. Jalam Jashonte Sat. Sat plus iti diti. It is the same except for Jalan Jash Jashi there is consonant, where Jalan Jashonte has vowel, swara. Vyanjana versus.
Let me just go through the Jalan Jashi.
Yes, sure. Yes. So we can see that on the.
I can go and leave it here. Just see the word.
Acha. So here, yat plus jnatva. Yat, like knowing that yat, the takara will become the third akshara because the next word is
nya.
Huh.
But the following word in Jalan Jashi, it says that it has to be Varga ke teen achar. But here it is Nya. How is Nya teen achar?
Because Nya we take as ij plus Nya. Nya.
Huh?
Nya.
Ga plus ya, that's why, right?
No, ga plus ya will be gya. Just say, this is ga plus ya. No, not like this. This is ga. Okay, this is also horrible. 1 second. So we can see in the Sanskrit language viewer itself, you see. If I want to say ga ka ga, like jnana, that will just be this. This is jnana.
Yeah.
But this is not.
It's jnana.
This is jnana. This is jna. They are different letters.
Yes. But so how is jna made? Like it's again a joint, right? Combination of two.
It is ja actually. It is each plus. It is a combination, right? It is each plus jna. In that sense, you have to take.
Okay, so it's not a ka varga ka third letter. It is cha varga ka third letter.
Yes, cha varga ka third letter. Cha ja. Exactly.
So it's a combination of what? Each plus na.
This two. Ijanna.
Ijjan.
Will become nya. That is why, even in our keyboards, nya will not be a separate, they will not give it as a separate letter in an obvious way. It will only be, you see, for when I long press J, ja, I get ja, jha and nya, all three. And this za also is there. Just say zamina in Hindi when we say za, that also has been added here. So all four have to come only from jakara. Ja, jha, nya, za. All them will come from jakara. So this nya is not taken as a separate letter of its own. You can check in all these, even for example, this one, for example, all these letters, we will not find nya. Even here. In the entire keyboard. Yes,
akshara, right?
exactly. It is a Mishrita Akshara. It is not a standalone Swara or Vyanjana.
A curious question.
Yes.
Like zameen, zara, that z, ऐसा कोई शब्द संस्कृत में नहीं है ना?
Generally, we don't have. Generally. But for example, if we want to use in Sanskrit a word from a different language, like if I want to say zip, and I want to write it in Sanskrit, like how we write karma in English, or jnana we say jnana. So in that sense, if I want to say zip, I can use that z. But traditionally, I don't think there are any actual Sanskrit words with z. It is not a generally used letter even in Vedic contexts. Ja, jha, nya all are used, but z generally not. If there is, I will find and tell. Kharicha. This is okay, right? Jalam Jash Jashi is fine. Because that nya,
I was struggling with that.
that nya is the Mishrita, and the first part of the Mishrita is Jakara, which is a Tritiya Akshara. In that sense, it is because of that it becomes the. Yes, same for Anyat Jnatavya. There will be other examples, in this set itself, I'm sure there are other examples. Haricha Kinchit Karomiti. So this Kinchit Karomiti, this one Shabda has three sandhis. How do we split it? Any guesses?
Na eva, that would be one sandhi.
No, after naiva. Naiva is another word, right? Naiva is one word, and then kinchit karomi iti is the second word. So this kinchit karomi iti itself has three sandhi.
Karomi and iti, that would be one.
Ha.
Kinchit and karomi, that's the second break.
Ha.
Kim and cha.
Satyam.
So,
Kim and cha. So this karicha is for which one?
Kinchit karomi.
Ha. Kinchit and karomi is karicha. Karomi and iti. Ha.
It should be kinchit and karomi, right?
No, so here this is why if it became kinchid, it would fall under jalanjashtashi, right? If the following word is tritiya or chaturtha,
Yeah.
then this tha can become the. But the following word is not tritiya chaturtha, it is prathama, kakara, kavarga ke prathama akshara, ka. So this the does not become the. The will stay as it only. It will be kinchit karomi, not kinchid karomi. So this is the karicha. So these are all sisters, Jalanjashtashi, Jalanjashante and karicha are all related. They are all going to talk about the same varga ke prathama, dvitiya, tritiya, chaturtha, panchama, all that. Only difference is in Jalanjashtashi and Jalanjashante, swara and vyanjana of tritiya, chaturtha, panchama. And in karicha, it is prathama, dvitiya. So when prathama, dvitiya akshara is following, then this will stay the prathama akshara, which is takara.
Okay, just one thing here also. Because in this karicha, it says, वर्ग के 1, 2, 3 या 4.
हाँ.
तो उच्चार इसी वर्ग के प्रथम अक्षर हो जाते हैं. So even if it is the, it will become the, right? Because the is the
Correct.
kinchit also.
Yes. But
so it doesn't have to be kinchit, right? It can be kinchit.
Yes, but the end result is what matters for us, right? The end result will be, this is which page number? This is this.
That is page number 217.
217. So the end result is what matters, right? For us, it is not the beginning. The beginning can be anything. Ka, kha, ga, ga, whatever. The, cha, cha, the, anything. Ta, ta, da, cha, cha, ja, ja, whatever.
Yeah.
The end may, if the second word is varga ke prathama.
Correct.
Jaise
In
karomi.
this case, it is karomi, right?
Correct.
So ka is there.
Yes.
So now my question was, is it kinchit plus karomi or kinchit plus karomi?
For this, we will have to say kinchid, dakara. But that takara has become dakara. Like for example, you see these examples, they have given sad plus karaha, sat karaha.
Yeah.
But we know that this sad is actually sat, right? Like
Sat,
na sato vidyate bhav. So first the ta has become the. But for the sandhi karya, we are using the.
Okay. So from this example, karicha perspective, it can be kinchit also, it can be kinchit also.
Yes, from karicha, from a purely very pure sandhi perspective, it is kinchid, dakara. But we know that the takara has become dakara through another way, through another karya before that. So we don't have to go into that now because all that is lagu topic. Yes, for here we'll have to say, yes, if you want to be very purely correct, then it will be kinchid karomi. Okay. But there is one more.
Questions.
Yes, ji.
Ankush, first one on this sandhi, varga ke 1, 2, 3, 4, ushma. What does this ushma stand for?
Shashasa. Shashasa.
Somewhere they write, somewhere they say.
No, so for example, we have all this given in one place. I'll just find it. I think it is right at the beginning of the book.
Yeah, like you see in the Chatva Sandhi that you have, Chatva Sandhi, they have actually written Sha, Sa.
Yes.
In the bracket.
Yes. So
here they have said Pushpa.
there is somewhere where they have given all these things. In this book only I saw something. If not, we have another document. I'll share that also.
It's here on page 6.
Page 6. Page 6. Correct. Dhanyavad. Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha, Ushma. Pa, Pa, Ba, Ba, all this power. Yara, Lava, Antastha. And Anuswara, Anunasika. So what we call Chandra Bindu, Anunasika. Bindu, Anuswara. And this is Visarga, of course. And what they have not given is this down after, when we say, for example, Ka and Ik, like that. That is Halanta. They have not given that here. Shashasaha Ushma. Bindu Anuswara. Chandrabindu Anunasika. And Visarga is Visarga. That.
Then I have another question. Could you break this Kinchit Karomiti one more time with all of the...
Yes. So actually that is the third question. So there is one more. Kinchit plus Karomi is Kharicha. Okay. Karomi plus Iti is Akasa Varna Dirgha. Okay. But there is one more.
Kinchit.
But what is that Sandhi?
Right. So that जो अनुस्वार है वो च का च वर्ग का Anunasik, it's becoming.
Yes.
That's why the E is coming there.
So this will be
called... one of the Anuspar Sandhis.
Cha varga ke panchama akshara. Anunasika will be Bindu, Chandra. No. So Cha varga ke panchama akshara. That has become. That Nakara.
Anunasika, na?
No, Anunasika we will say for Chandra Bindu. So for example, I mean, if you want to say very purely, right, in a very pure way and in a very easy way for everyone to understand, you can just say Chavarga ke Panchama Akshara. That is easy. But then people will not have to confuse, do you mean Chandra Bindu or do you mean this Na or Nya or whatever. I will just say, okay, Chavarga ke Panchama is Nya. That is it become, right? Kinchit. Nakara has become, that Makara, Kim, has become this Nya.
That is which sutra was that?
That is the question.
Anuswarasya yahi parasavargaha.
Exactly, parasavarnaha. Wonderful. Anuswarasya yahi parasavarnaha is the sutra. This is given on that in Ka, in Dirgha Ka. 24.
In the section.
Anuswarasya yahi parasavarna. You see, plus kaha ankaha. 221 page number. Shamtaha shantaha. Basically, this is the example here. Plus chitaha anchitaha, right? Jaise kim plus chit kinchit. Same example as Anuswara. Here they have given with chati chita. So this is Anuswarasya yahi parasavarna sutra. Wonderful. Then we have Visarjaniyasya saha is quite simple. Sitaprajnyas. Sitaprajnyaha tadochete. Sitaprajnyas tadochete. Stoshnachu we've already seen. Ksharaha cha has become Sharascha. There is also Akasa Varne Dirgha here. Because Charaha cha akshara. There are 3 words, 3 shabdas here. And the first 2 shabdas, of course, with Stoshnachu. Second 2 with Akasa Varne Dirgha. Kutastho akshara. Which sandhi will this be? Any guesses?
This is O and Anugraha. 2 things have happened here.
Correct.
This is the Roru ones that come in 2 combinations.
Yes. Ato Rora Pluta Plute. This is the sutra here.
I am so bad with names. I still have to figure out a way.
Yeah, but this one you did chant, right? This is what you chanted before class one day. Ato Rora Pluta Plute. So this is
Not
that
today.
one day. That one day. Yes. Okay.
Also, just going back a bit, sorry, for Shtunash to who?
Yes.
When I chant, you see and chant, right? But the way you had broken down one sandhi and showed us, the I, our, logically to understand that shabda, so that when you do the sandhi, you can also say the name. Because otherwise these names are very difficult to memorize.
Yes. Well, I mean, traditionally, when people studied these Vyakarana Sutras, they were like, traditional teaching is like when they are like little kids. So you have to memorize something. You sit and memorize all these Vyakarana, Ashtadhyayi, Pani Sutras, I say. So 4,000 sutras people memorize, and all these Vyakarana teachers are still like that. They all have it in memory. So they are not easy words to remember. This is fair. This is true. But we can. So for some there is a logic, for some there won't be.
So one thing, since Abhari was asking about this Ator Apnuta, is it also like there are hints, as in Hindi, we say something ke hone pe. So Plute would be Plut ke hone pe, something
yes.
like that.
Of course there are hints. Yes. Yes, for example, we can take a simple one instead of Ator or Apluta. Iko enachi, very simple. Iko enachi says Ikaha. Ik is, we'll have to go to Maheshwara Sutrani for Ik. For example, we can see it right here. You see Ik.
Ayun, so.
Ik, Yan, all that. Welcome. So this is Maheshwara Sutrani. We start E here. Ik. All this is all Ik. So Iko enachi, and also Yan we can take. Yan. So if I find the Yan and Ya say in Yavarala. So all these you can take from Iko enachi. These little hints will be there, but they will follow Maheshwara Sutrani. So the logic is from Maheshwara Sutra. All of them. Ak, Ik. So here they have given, right? Ik pratyahara, I urulr. H pratyahara, Ho yavayavaha. This is why we said H is for those four, right? A, O, I, Au. Because H is these four. You see from here to here. Ho yavayavaha. A, O, I, Au. There are four. So this is how we use Maheshwara Sutrani for the logic. All logic is from here, these 14 sutras. Sundarji, you had a question?
Yeah, in this Shtunashtuhu, we say Drashtum is the word for it. I looked at that, I wasn't sure whether it was a word by itself, because otherwise you have to say Traha and Shtum, because it was
yes.
I was wondering how to break it.
It is a very, very awkward kind of Sandhi example. In fact, in the book, when they have given examples, they have actually given Ish plus Taha, Ishtaha. That is the example they have given, I think, right?
Yeah.
Ish plus Taha, Ish, in Ishtaha, how do we automatically, naturally find that Ish is a word? This is not something natural to us. Ishta means we know Ishta has a word. So we don't split Ishtaha to Ish. So this is an awkward kind of Sandhi Sutra. Like even Krishna Shabda. Krishna is also Shtunashtuho because Krish plus Na, that Shakara has come in front of the Nakara. So this is not a straightforward Sandhi, but this is how we find the...
Yeah. It is difficult to say whether it is the Shabda in itself or whether...
Both. So this is the kind of Sandhi where the Shabda is the most obvious one. But you have to split it in that. That is how it is formed in that sense. There may be some better examples, but we had to find one from Bhagavad Gita. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita has such examples only for Shtunashtuho. There is nothing, Krishna is there. Kam gating Krishna gacchati Arjuna Vilas. So those kinds of you can use, but Drashtum Krishna, Ishta.
So for Drashtum, what would be the way? I mean, Drish is the Dhatu, Tum is the Pratyaya.
Correct.
So Drish becomes, so the Shah gets a Visarga over there and then it becomes...
Dras it will be. Actually, the first level will be Dras and then that Sa will become Sha because the Ta is following in that way. It is not an obvious one. This is one of the most complicated sutra. In fact, we can see this on Ashtadhyayi. You know how we can see? Maybe search for the word Ishta, right? Or something like that. Okay, Shtunashtuhu itself we can find, right? 8441. Shtunashtuhu. Examples, again, Ramastikate, Ramashtaki. This is all not common, of course, in Bhagavad Gita. Where are we going to find? Dvishta, you see. Dvish plus Tha, Dvishta. So in that way, Drash will be Drash plus Tha, Drashta, in that way. And then Tumun Pratyaya, Drashtum. That is correct. These examples are not obvious. We'll have to work a bit for these examples. Eid, Shashnavati. This is maybe an easy one. Shashnavati will become Shannavatihi. This is Yaronanasika. But this Shad plus Navatihi, because that Sh is there, Na will turn into Na. That is the same as in Krishna, Krish Dhatu. In Krishna there is Krish Dhatu. and then there is nakara, na, like navatihi. But because this sha is there, krish, this na will become na through rashabhyam no naha samana pade. That is not here. Through that sutra, it will become na will become na. So there are multiple sutras working for the same shabda in such kind of awkward little words. This will probably be the toughest Sandhi Sutra in this sense. It's a little awkward, but there may not be something more awkward than this one. Sasajusoruhu Naham Vedair na Vedaihi na Vedair na. Sasajusoruhu also works for Swara. If we were to say Vedaihi iti, it will become Vedair iti. Just in that Saravedanta shloka, there is one Nasnanair, Nadanair, all that is Sasajusoruhu. But if we even want to say,
but if we had Swara, would it not add the letter
Rakara?
Instead of, yeah, it will be,
Ir.
but it won't be Vedair. It will
No.
be Vedar.
No,
like
actually, this is the addition. Ra, ir is the addition, not ra. Ra plus halanta is the addition. In Sasajusoruhu, it is not rakara itself that is the addition. It is irkara which is the addition.
Irkara is the addition.
So that irkara, when it is before a vowel, obviously it will follow, the vowel. So ir plus iti, riti.
So, like for example, we have Harir Avadat.
Harir Avadat,
So,
correct.
Harir Avadat. So, okay, but then it will be the ir. But
Ir,
if it is a vowel, would it have that repa in the top, or would it have the ir letter in between?
Ir letter. See, for example, Harihi plus Avadat, you say.
Yeah.
And let us say Harihi Bhashanam, right? Both. We'll take Harihi only because they are given Guroho Bhashanam. We'll take Hari only. Harihi iti, Harihi Avadat will be Harir Avadat.
Correct.
So when you say Harir Avadat, it becomes Harir Avadat.
Correct.
And when you say Harihi Bhashanam, Harir Bhashanam. So here you cannot have Rakara fully. You will have to have the Repa. So
Repa,
before the
that's
Bha,
what-
that Repa comes. The Repa is because of the Vyanjana, not because of the Swara, not because of the Sandhi itself.
Yeah, so if it's a Vyanjana, it goes with the repa.
Correct.
And
Why?
if it's
Because it is Ir. We never write Vedair with Halanta and Na, right? We will add. But if it
But
is
if
Swara,
it is
then.
a vowel, I mean, if it's a swara, would you still have repa?
No, it is not necessary, right?
Not
See,
necessary.
Ir plus you don't need and then have Repa about the
So
right?
this na-nair and all that, that
Huh.
is because there is Vyanjana.
Correct. Nas na nair, na da nair, all that, right? Na is the Vyanjana there. Same as here, Vedair na tapasa. So Repa will not come if it is Swara. Abhaji?
Sorry, the mantra we have as an example, na?
हाँ.
Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama deva.
Bhadram
Bhadram pashe
karneभिः
makshbhir yajatraha. Right?
भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं कर्णेभिः भद्रं पश्ये
माक्षभिर्यजत्राः
भद्रं पश्ये माक्षभिर्यजत्राः सत्यं माक्षभिर्यजत्राः अभिः यजत्राः अभिर्यजत्राः exactly. Even in the same mantra, the second line is for swara. Sthirairangai, sthiraihi angaihi, sthirairangaihi, we say, right? Sthirairangais, we say. Sthiraihi angaihi, sthirairangaihi. Same, that rakara has come. But why rakara does not have repa? Because angaihi, is the vowel that is following. But in the first line, abhir yajatraha, ya is not a vowel, ya is a vyanjana. So the repa will come. Ir is the action, not ra. Ir is that. So when you put ir along with a vowel, it will just become ra or ri or ru or whatever. And if you put ir with the vyanjana, it will become repa. Bhadram karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसश्चनो. So the स्थिरैरङ्गैः, there it is vowel. And abhiryajatraha is vyanjana. Wonderful. Thank you, Abhaji. Good example. Okay. Ator Ora Pludalplade, we have already seen. Vartamanaha api vartamanopi. Hashi cha sarvabhutasthitham yo mam. Yaha mam yo mam. There is no action, no sandhi karya will not happen because Hashicha just says this, right? Hashicha just says after visarga, if there is this makara and all, it will just stay separate. Yo mam, that is all. Aha will become okara, that is it. Visarga to okara and no sandhi karya, that is Hashicha. Etatadoho sulopo koranai samase hali is only for two shabdas. Sa is one shabda. Which is the other shabda? Esha. So if this was Esha also, Eshaha, yogi will just be Esha yogi. That is it. The Visarga will just go. Visarga lopa bhavati. Etatado. This long, such a long name, but the action is the shortest. Just remove the Visarga. That's it. Bho, bhago, agho, apurvasa, yoshi is the same, but if it is for these five. So bho, bhago, agho, a and a. These five shabdas. There is Visarga after the Visarga lopa. This is also an awkward sandhi to find, but when we see, for example, in ashtadhyayi.com examples, Bhovago, they will give all this bhos, janaha. Where are we going to find all this? Bhos, janaha, bhojana, bhagos, achyuta, bhago, achyuta, aghos, ravana, agho, ravana. There will be some like this, but they are not obvious ones. Deva, this is an obvious one. So devaha gachanti, deva gachanti. In Bhashya Tika, such examples we will get. And Rama asit, Ramaha asit. Supratyaya means visarga. So Ramaha asit will just become Rama asit. But they had said this is aichika, this is vaikalpika. For swara, it can stay swara. You can say Ramaha asit. Just in Adhyasa Bhashya, many times we have visarga before the swara. So there is no need to do that when there is a swara following. When there is Vyanjana following, it will happen for sure. So here, Vyanjana, ya, so sa yogi. Astu. So this is all the examples from Prarambhika. Now we have come to the new examples in Rachananuvada Kaumudi. So those examples, these first 18 ones, they were repeated in Rachananuvada Kaumudi. So they were in blue. The ones in green are the ones in green are new in Rachananuvada Kaumudi. Engi Pararupam. And these are not common, These, see for example, Idude Dhyuchanam, there is no Gita Shloka. Naschavya Prashan, Vashari, both no Gita Shloka. You will have to find some Upanishad mantra or something for this. So Gita Shlokas, as far as those go, only these are available.
I searched for that. That one.
Which one? Naschavya Prashan.
Yeah. So the only thing I found on that was a Mahabharata.
Was which Bhagavatam? Mahabharata. Which shloka? It will be there.
This is 5.37.7.
Okay. 5:37:37 in Mahabharata.
But of course, our key word there that I was looking for is Tasmin Sata.
Correct. There is that Gita Shloka, right? In that one Gita Shloka, if it were...
In the Gita Shloka is after Tasmin, the second letter is hard to find.
Correct. That is the hard one. Yasmin Tasmin will come, but that Yasmin plus Tha is not common, right? Yes, Guru Yasmin Sito Naha Dukkhena Gurunapi Vichalyate. This is Naschavya Prashan. Yasmin plus Thita, Yasmin Sthita, right? Is it not? No, it is not. Sorry. Yasmin plus Thita here. If this were Yasmin plus Tatha, this is so awkward. Yasmin plus Thita has become Yasmin Sthita. But if it were Yasmin plus Tatha, then it will become Yasmin Sthatha. So if this, in this word, this is not Nashtavya Prashant, but if there is a very similar action, then you can say yasmin sthita, yasmin statha, in that way. Like tasmin statha they have given. So this is hard. If you can, please share with me the Mahabharata shloka and we can add it in. There may be something in Kathopanishad or Mundakopanishad or something. If we search, we may find something like that. Sure, thank you. And actually a very simple way is, even if we go and type this Tasmin Sthatha on Google, something will come up. So we can do that also. You just say Tasmin Sthatha, Yasmin Sthatha. Some of these you just type in English also, it may come up on Google as a result. You can try that. So you can try that right now. If I just say Tasmin Sthatha. Here, this one. What is this? I don't know where this is from. Uttarakhand Shatru. Tasvinstata bruvane tu rakshasa prahasanniva pratyuvacha narashreshtam dishtya prapto siturmate. I don't know where this is from, but we will find something like this. So far, Nashtavya Prashant. Anyway, going back to Engi Pararupam. Engi Pararupam says 4 visargas that end in akara. Anybody remembers 4 visargas ending in akara? Pra is here. Pra upasarga. Sorry, 4 upasarga. 4 upasarga ending in akara. Pra, apa, upa, right? Correct. Upa and one more.
Pra, upa,
pra, upa, apa and
is it something to do with A, letter A?
No. Pra, apa, ava, pra, apa, upa and
it is ak.
Ava. Pra upasarga purvak, ava upasarga purvak, apa upasarga purvak and upa upasarga purvak. When there is A or O following, so the A is for the following word, not for the upasarga. When there is A following, just say Protam is here, but there are other examples like that I found in Bhagavad Gita itself. Like Protam I found. Pra-otam is Protam. Pra-otam, like Otam, Protam, they say. So that Pra-otam is Protam. Mai sarvamidam Protam. So Tremanena. But there will be other examples, Apohanam maybe. That 15th chapter. Apohanancha Vedaisha sarvai sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto mattasmriti jnanam apohanam. So that may be another example of Engi Pararupam. These 4 upasarga before a word that begins in ekara or okara. Ideally, a plus ekara will become what? Like for example, if I say pra ekam or
Pratyekam.
no, that is prati ekam.
Pratyekam.
Forget pra. Praikam it should be. It should actually be praikam through which sutra? This is hard.
Dirgha, right?
Correct.
It's becoming a plus a. It's becoming dirgha.
This is which?
So it's the swara that are becoming dirgha. Combination of swaras.
Correct.
So dirgha sandhi.
Okay. Vriddhi sandhi. Vriddhi rechi, like chaiva, right? Karma chaiva tadarthiyam. They say pra eka praika, it should be. Actually, that is the sandhi, right? And A will become I. But this is the apavada. This is the exception. Exception is when there is pra upasarga purvak, if it is pra ekam, it will just be prekam. It will not be praikam. Because the pra upasarga is there. If it is in the form of an upasarga. Pra, apa, ava, upa. All 4. Upetam, we say. It will not be upayitam or something else. Better example. Upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasam. There upa iti, I think. But there will be better examples than this. So those 4 upasargas, if they are following A or O, they will just not do any vriddhi karya. Vriddhi sandhi, vriddhi rechi will not work. Yengi pararupam will work instead. This is that sutra. Idu de dvivachanam pragrihyam. If there is a...
Akarshi, quick question.
Yes, ji.
On the sandhi that we were doing, the one with the 4 pratyayas. So if we go to page...
Sorry, 4 pratyaya or 4 upasarga?
4 upasargas. Sorry. So page 220, Rachana, they have not given all 4 here.
They have not given, yes. But they have said Akaranta upasarga ke baad, in the beginning, right?
Okay.
They have said Akaranta upasarga, but they have only given pra and upa. So we have to take, if it is Akaranta, you have to take apa and ava also. Those are also Akaranta upasarga.
Yeah, okay. Like that.
Idu de dvivachanam
My life for sure.
I don't know why they have not given, but there are some corrections that we can make, and there are some inconsistencies even in the abhyasas.
Yeah.
For example, we had seen, right, a couple of days ago, there were 2 sentences. In one sentence they had used the sandhi, in one sentence they didn't do the sandhi. In that way also there are some inconsistencies in the book, but at least the book as such is such a wonderful learning tool in that way. They can benefit from another maybe volume, an update or something.
But we are finding peculiar mistakes in our Brother Upanishad.
Of course, everything will have, right? And Kailas Ashram books go around the world. In so many ashrams people use these books, and we find it's correct. Everything has these troubles. Irude Dvivachanam Pragrihyam says, if the Dvivachananta Rupa is with a Dirgha, like Ganga, in that way, and the second word starts with a vowel. They say Amu. It will just, or Gange, for example. Ganga, Gange, Ganga. Rama, Rame, Ramaha, right? So Ganga, Gange, Gangaha. If I say Dvivachanam, Rama, Rame, Prathama Vibhakti, Dvivachanam, Rama Shabda, Rame. Rame, Antaha. Will not be Ramaintaha, Rame Antaha, or any of those things. It will just be Rame Antaha, that is all. There is no Sandhi Karya here. Idu de Dvivachanam Pragrihyam basically says Sandhi Karya na bhavati. Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Ekaranta.
This is the Dvivachana rules also.
Yes.
So when we get Dvivachana, so it's consistent
Yes.
with that.
Yes. So if there is Dvivachana that ends in Dirgha Ikara or Dirgha U or A. So here, Eid, Ood, Ed. That is how this Sandhi Sutra logically makes sense. Eid, Ood, Ed, Dvivachanam. If there is Eid, Ood and Ed, Dvivachanam, then Sandhi will not work. Pragrihyam.
So this is something we should find in our Ganga Aarti.
I think so. That's a good idea. Yeah, Ganga. But Gange, if at all, if there is Dvivachana Prayoga somewhere, then we should be able to find. We could find in Vishnu Purana or something maybe, something like that with Vishnu, Hari.
Yeah, we have one Gange cha Yamune cha Saraswati cha Godavari Narmade cha. Like that there is one shloka.
But Gange is Saptami Ekavachanam, right? Isn't it? Or is it not? Ganga.
I don't think, because they are saying Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru.
Jale Asmin.
Sambodhana. That is Hey Gange.
Sambodhana. Correct. That is Hey Gange. That is not Dvivachana. Jale Asmin Sannidhim Kuru. Jale Asmin. So that is Hey Jale. Hey Gange in that way. Yeah. Jale Asmin is Saptami. Jala. Pullinga Saptami Ekavachanam. But Gange, Yamune. But there will be something, There, I'm sure these Sandhi Sutras are there. So I'm sure there are instances. We'll find something. But I searched for some Google YouTube videos, and even those videos didn't speak of any of these examples for these sutras.
Also to think, like, when would we say two Ganges, right? Why would we say?
That is the big thing, right? That's the big question. When are we ever going to say two Ganges, two Ganga, or two Hari, or two Vishnu? If at all there is something, like somebody say there are no two Vishnus, maybe in some Vishnu Purana or something, two say Ninda of Beda or something. But I don't know where there is this kind of existence may come. But it will be there for sure. You will just have to search a little. Yaronu Nasikenu Nasiko Va. Yaronu Nasike basically says Vak, if there is something ending in Kavarga or Chavarga or Tavarga in that way. Anuswar, in the book they say Yar, Ha Chodkar Sabhi Vyanjan. So anything, if it is ending, the word ends in Yar and Anunasika is afterwards. So you can use Anunasika like they have used here. Earlier today we were discussing this, right? Abhaji, you had said Anunasika for Nya. But Anunasika, you will have to say Chavarga Anunasika in that way if you want to say Nya. I don't know if I said something different. If I said forgetting. This is the way to say. In that way you can say Chavarga Anunasika will obviously mean Nya, or Pavarga Anunasika will be Ma. That Panchama Akshara. Pavarga Panchama Akshara. So Yaronu Nasike Anunasikova basically says if there is that Panchama Akshara that is following, Anunasika of any of the Vargas is the following Shabda that starts, is following Shabda starts with the Anunasika, then this will just that Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, whatever, that will become the Anunasika.
Sometimes they combine two similar sandhis and they create a long rule. So this is one such occurrence where they could have taken this along with the Anuswar sandhi.
But Anuswara Sandhi requires the Anunasika to end, right? The first word.
This is another type of Anunasika.
No, but Anuswara Sandhi requires the first, it is on the first word. The first word's ending will be in Anunasika. One of the 5 Anunasikas. Like for example here the Shanti Rashantasya we have given here example Anuswara. Shanti is Sham plus Ti, Shanti. That is how we split here. There will be better examples than all this. But like for example this Ankaha, right? That other thing that comes up. Something had come. This, earlier today only we had seen. Kinchit. Kinchit is Anuswarasya Parasavarna. But this Kinchit is working because Kim is ending in Makara. In the Panchamasya Anuswara, Kim is ending. But in Yaronu Nasike, it is not ending in the Panchama Akshara, right? It is ending in Vak, Ka, Vangmaya, or other examples. It can be Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, whatever. So you can combine, of course, but it is a different rule because the Anuswarasya is going to work on based on the Prathama Shabda. Yaronu Nasike is on the Dvitiya Shabda. In that. Based on the Dvitiya, the Prathama will change. I have another question. This is from Bhagavad Gita only. Tapa Uchyate should have been a Sandhi, right? Right? It is not Sandhi.
Because of the Swara, it's Aichika, it's optional.
Right. It is Aichika, that is true. But here, it will be because of Tapaha, right? Like we had seen Sundarji or Abhaji or even Sumanjaji, if you are in Brihadaranyaka or people, if this one had come like, there was an example recently in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Some page number, it was there, where this had not happened. That iti or something was used after a word, but the Sandhikarya didn't work because that Visarga Lopa has happened. But where it came, I have forgotten. Anyway, that is the reason. Tapa Uchyate. And also in this way, the meter is followed. Anushtup Chanda is satisfied, right? Vang, ma, yam, tapa, uchyate, ashta. In that way, this Anushtup Chanda is satisfied. In that way. Torli Sutra, very simple. Takara just becomes Lakara. Nakara will become Lakara along with Anunasika. Chandra. Shraddhavan Lavate. Any other examples that anyone found for Torli? There are a few in Bhagavad Gita.
in our document itself that you had sent, you had
yes.
few. Bhuvanan Loke.
Bhuvanan Loka. Abrahma Bhuvanan Loka Punaravartinotula. Satyam. And some others were there, right, in that document? 5, I guess.
Iman Lokan was also there.
Iman Loka. Hatvapi sa Iman Lokan. That one, I guess, right? 18th chapter.
Yes, and then I had a question on that one. There was one where is the breaking Shrutiman Loke or Shrutiman Loke or Shrutimat Loke? That was the question that I had.
If there is that is Shrutimat, I guess. I don't remember that shloka because this thing is taking some time to load.
If there is Anuswar, then
if there is Anuswara, then it is Na. If there is no Anuswara, then it is Ta. Shrutimat Loke, Sarvam Avritya Tishtati or something, right? Sarvata Shrutimal Loke, something like that. But this thing is not loading, so I'm not able to see. Maybe I can see here. Totally. Sarvata Shrutimat Loke. So Shrutimat, 13th chapter. Astu. Shasthoti is very easy. Tasmat Shastram, this Srimad Shankara Bhagavad-pacharya, whatever. The and Sha will just become Cha. Hrasva ich and Dirgha Pura Cha. Full. Rasva Adha. Ardha. Anuswar se यही परेशान we have seen. Shanti. Sham plus the Shanti. Nashya Vyaprashan. Sundarji, you found something. Vashari. Was anyone able to find anything for Vashari? Vashari.
This sounds familiar, Vashari.
There will be something for sure. This Ramashete, Arishete, something will be there. Nissanga or something. One of those, like this Balas for people.
One of the words is the Swapiti.
Swapiti.
Somewhere there should be.
Correct. Even Chandogya has Swapiti in 6th chapter, right? Swemahimne, that Swapiti. That also. You could try, just search for Swapiti. Ataha etat purushaha. There is only one instance. 2117.
You're speaking of Vashari, right?
Vashari.
Vashari is two separate words or one word?
2 words. Separate words. Vashari. Because Va means optional, right? विसर्ग के बाद शर हो तो विसर्ग को विसर्ग और इस दोनों होता है. श्रुत्व या श्रुत्व यदि प्राप्त होंगे तो लगेंगे. So it is not it is Va अथवा in that way. But if for example we can see this in Vashari, Vasuji would have given something, and Kashika also.
Bahavashuraha, that in Gita is there, right?
In the first chapter, right?
I think. I'm just guessing here.
Bahavashuraha. Prathame it will come, right? Somebody says, Arjuna says, or Bahavaha Shura. In the beginning, Anyecha Bahavaha Shura, Madarte, Tektaji. But here, they have not done it, right? They have kept it separate. Va.
But we can do, I think.
Yes, that is the Vashari. That has to be correct. Because here also you see, they have given Harihi Shete. First time they have kept separate. In the example in the book also, they have given Harihi Shete can either be Harihi Shete or Harish Shete. That is correct. Wonderful, Sumanjali. This is the example. 1-9. For Vashari, we can put this.
There are quite a few like that where they have not done. I think it is to keep the meter.
But meter will not get affected, right, in Vashari, because Harihi Shete is 4. Harish Shete is also 4.
Or does it become 3.5?
There is no half in Chandas. In Chandas, either it is full or not there.
I have a question. So Visarga, if I am doing the Ucharana, that will be counted as 1?
No, Visarga is not counted.
Okay.
Visarga is counted like an Ekara or Okara or Ukara in Anushrup Chanda. So that, for example, the last, many times, the Visarga will have the shloka will end in Visarga, right? You can take this only. Anyecha Bahava Shura. Madarte Tyakta Jivi Taha. That will be 9. It can't be 9, it has to be 8. Madarte Tyakta Jivi Taha. That is 8. And there are rules in Anushtup Chanda. This is obviously out of context, but in Anushtup Chanda there are rules on what should be the Dirgha and what should be the Hrasva. Guru and Laghu, we say. So there will be some which will be Laghu and some which will be Guru, but we can't go into that now. That will be totally out of context. We can maybe see that one separately. But this is Bhagavad Gita 1.9 is Bhashya. Rory, final. Rory. Apane juhati pranam prane panan datapare. Pranapana dati ruddha. This I am a little doubtful. I am not completely sure about this. But I think this is correct because gatihi is a shabda. Right? Gatihi in Shabda Pata, if we see, Ikaranta Strilinga. Yesterday it came, right? In Upadesha Sahasri this had come, I think, right? Maybe, I am not sure. Gatihi, Prathama Ekavachanam. Gatihi, Visarga is there. This is the Ikara, small Ikara. But this will become Dirgha E. Pranapana Gati. But the question is, does the Gati talk about Prana and Apana? So it is Dvivachanam? This was my doubt in Rory. Because Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam is Gati, right? Dirgha. So Prana and Apana, there are two in the shloka that we have selected. Apane juhati pranam prane panam dathapare. Prana apana gati, prana apana gati. So there are two. So it could just be Dvivachanam. It need not be Rory and Dralopi. So I was not sure about this. I didn't find another very satisfying example in the Bhagavad Gita, but then 100% it is there in Bhashya. In Kathopanishad, recently in one Bhashya it had come in the recordings. And not in the mantra, but in the Bhashya. So there will be in the mantra also, maybe in Bridhandaka or Chandogya, one of these Brahmana Upanishads, maybe this will come. Yes.
So for this one,
Sundarji? Sundarji.
Prana Pana Gati Ruddha, that one, is it Gatir with a small Rasva T? And then Ruddha, that's how I had broken when I did the work on this myself.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, that's the way.
That is the way to break it. Yes. That was my initial thinking also. So because Gatihi we will have to take as Gatir, right? So for example, if you see here also, they'll given, you see Gatir right at the end. Upadeshe Anana Jananasikait. Gatiru Gatir. It has become Itsanya Lopa will come. This is all Lagu. But Gatir, and that will become Gatihi. Right? Karavasanya Visarjati. But here, this Gati is Vivachanam and Prana and Apana there are two. So why should we take Gatir? You can just take Gati, right? For both of them. So this is my doubt. I'm not sure.
So then there is no Sandhi Karya.
Yeah. In that way there will be no Sandhi Karya. It is just Gati and Ruddha. Dvivachanam Prayoga is there. That is it.
So it's not the right example.
No, but I'm not sure. It might be. So we can take, Prana Apana here means inhale and exhale. We can take Prana Apana as one karya, right? Like how Bhagavan says, Pashyan Shinvan Spusan Jigran. Shwasan. Shwasan is for both, right? In 5th chapter. So here itself there is an example, right? In Pashyan, this one. Here. This Pashyan Shinvan shloka, right at the end there is Shwasan, which is both Prana and Apana. So can take, but it is not a pure example. It's not a satisfying answer.
We have to be Vyakarana Arjunas.
Vaiyakarana.
Bhagwan.
You have to be Vaiyakarana. Vyakarana will become
Vaiyakarana Arjunas and ask Bhagwan. What
yes. Yes. Vaiyakarana Arjuna and we can ask. Yes. Got it. But it's not a very satisfying, it's not completely satisfying answer here. Maybe there are others somewhere else. Okay. So we have to find one more. Yes. Yes. We have to stay, basically the lesson from Sandhi that we have to take away, there are examples, we just have to stay on the lookout for this Idu De Dvivachanam Pragriham. Vashari Sumanjari has found, wonderful. Nashcha Vyaprashant Sundarji, thank you. So Idu De Dvivachanam, Pragrihim we have to find somewhere, and maybe Rory also we can find a better example. But otherwise we have shlokas for each sandhi. So this document as it is I guess complete. It will be complete if we can find one for Idu Devi. This is great. This is a nice benchmark for us to have, that we have finished Sandhi Sutras with examples also. Any related questions before we end? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakatau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini Vyomavadvyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Om